Well, today we will have a look at my live patch for the AxeFX III. Recently I put out a video where I'm playing around with my new monitors, the Headrush 108 FRFR active floor monitors you can see behind me. And I was asked about the preset I was using there. And that was basically my live preset, which I created for the AxeFX III, which was not adjusted to the Headrush monitors, but already without any adjustment, the preset sounded really good. And so I decided to upload this patch on Exchange. I'll put the link in the description below. But as you may know, the patches in the AxeFX III, they can get kind of complicated. So I thought it's a good idea to make a video just to explain my thoughts behind these presets, which I'm making. And yeah, as you can see here, this is the preset. And if you're familiar with the AxeFX, you have here your grid, and this is the effects chain. Of course, you have an amp and cap block, and in each block you have 4 channels. For example, in the amp block you have A, B, C, D, and you can choose different amps here. And then you can assign the settings or some blocks which you would like to be activated in a certain scene. And you have 8 scenes in this preset. And this scene, this preset covers 8 of my favorite tones, which sound great through my floor monitors. As you can see, the name is Tone Match Plini with firmware 15. So as you can imagine, I made a tone match and of the Plini plugin by Neural DSP, because I like the sound I got with this. And well, if you're making a tone match with the AxeFX, the result is an IR, so you have to use the result in the cap block. As you can see here, it's a user cap which is called Shred Guitar Murphy Plini 2, which I made. And in other scenes I'm using other IRs, and hopefully these IRs are included in the patch I will upload in the Exchange. So make sure that in each scene, I will show you in a second, the correct IR is activated. So let's start with scene 1. This is my main rhythm tone. By the way, I'm playing today, as always, Harley Benton Fusion guitars. This is the one with 2 humbuckers, Floyd Rose 1000 series tremolo. Everything is stock. So the humbuckers are Roswell, and it's a ebony fretboard, and it's a Peely body, I think. Yeah, 3-way toggle, and a coil tap here. Yeah, everything basic. Looks kick-ass. Smells good. Yeah. So my main rhythm tone is like that. Sorry for the Metallica. Usually I should play Megadeth. Yeah. And as you can see here, it's the input block where I'm using the noise gate. This is my threshold, and my attempt when setting up the noise gate is always, as I explained in many other videos, that I would like to be able to play legato. And that the notes are not cut off when playing leads. So this is my setting. You can see these blocks here are all deactivated in the rhythm scene, and I'm not quite sure. I think I didn't use the phaser or flanger in any scene, but just in case I put them in, and sometimes I'm playing around with that. The reason for that is I'm using this effects chain in other patches too, and I created some patches where I use the flanger for maybe a kind of a Van Halen-ish sound, but in this patch I didn't adjust it. You can try how it sounds. well, it's kind of subtle. Yeah, so these are maybe not very important in this patch. As you can see, I don't use the drive block, I just use the amp, which with the settings I used for the tone match. So usually when I'm tone matching an existing sound, then I set everything to noon or to 0. Yeah, and here's nothing or not many things are happening here. Only, as you can see here, there's something happening on the 200 and 400 Hz, the pitch follower, and that's basically when I'm going up the fretboard and play higher notes. These lower mid frequencies, they are raised a little bit to thicken up the notes. That's something I like to do. Yeah, you can check all the settings. I'm using an input EQ where I'm cutting the highs and lows here, and I already explained that in many videos. So this is my rhythm scene, basically amp cap block with the this IR. It should come with a patch. Here's just a low cut happening. Usually I use this parametric EQ for overall adjustments when I'm playing live, maybe, and in different environments I have to raise some frequencies or to cut some frequencies. So yeah, at the moment it's flat, but I'm yeah, using this then in the live situation sometimes. We have a chorus block which is deactivated, and these things here are also deactivated, and the multiband compression is just filtering out the lower mids when I'm chugging. You can see here the lower mids between 90 Hz and 350 Hz are going down and chugging, so that doesn't interfere with the bass guitar. When I'm playing usual chords, open chords for example, or leads, it doesn't do anything. So that's the reason for the multiband compression. And very important, or maybe you can switch to the lead scene first, which is my number 2. As you can see here, this is not much changing, but still the same amp setting, same cap setting. But here I like to raise the 400 Hz a little bit. So here the channel B is activated, which is just yeah, raising the 400 Hz, and the delay is activated. The sound is like that. And here I have to explain the delay settings. As you can see here, I have 2 delay blocks, and this upper delay block is set to a tempo to 1/8, and as you can see, it has a very short feedback, so it's basically repeating the note only one time, and it's currently not activated because the input gain is set to 0. So currently I'm using this delay block, which is just, well, it's at 4th, but it's well, a little bit higher feedback, and also the highs are cut. So this is my usual delay when I'm playing leads, which is just creating a little bit of background noise so that the lead's sticking out of the mix. Just the usual ping pong delay in stereo. And here the external 2, which is my expression pedal, is activated. So if it's at, well, if the expression pedal is down, then this delay is activated here, this. And if I would just turn or disconnect the external pedal here. If I go up with the external pedal, usually the input gain will go down, and this delay here is not activated anymore, but then this delay block is activated, and the input gain is going to 100% when I'm pushing the expression pedal. And this delay is just for rhythmic playing, like these tempo down. These things. So it's U2 kind of playing. And so I can go in the lead scene from one delay, just playing usual leads, to another delay, just by using the expression pedal. And that is very, well, it's very nice, because then you can throw in some rhythmic licks just by pressing the expression pedal, and then go back to the usual lead tone. So that is the reason why here the external 2 is activated in the scene, or connected to the input gain of the lead. So yeah, that is the lead scene. And yeah, then we'll come to scene 3, which is my chorus theme, scene, songs like that. And as you can see here, the chorus block is deactivated, which is kind of confusing because it's the chorus scene. But I'm using the 2290 chorus emulation in the delay block. As you can see here, it's on another channel in the delay. So yeah, that is my rhythm chorus sound. On scene 4, you have the light crunch. And until scene 3, I was always using the same amp and cap settings. But in scene 4, it's changing. It's kind of a light, nice, Fenderish, maybe crunch sound with a little bit of chorus. So here I'm using the chorus as a block. You can see here I'm using the band commander type amp. And this is on channel C in the amp block. And also I'm using another IR, because I tone match my crunch sound from the Plini plugin. So here is also another channel in the cap block activated. Here it's the same, yeah. And also here I can go up with the expression pedal and play some rhythmic things like U2. On the scene 5, we have a well, little of a crunch rhythm tone, which is for that maybe kind of AC/DC sound. As you can see, also the delay block is activated, but you don't hear the delay because, yeah, when I'm using the expression pedal, I can create the this rhythmic delay thing I explained before. Yeah, but I'm using here the Soar Riot drive pedal, and the same setting here in the amp block like I used before in the scene 4, and also here the Plini Crunch Tone Match IR. So this is for rhythms. At loud volumes, they also sound great with the splitted humbucker. Well, you can try that out by yourself. Scene 6 is my my clean, pristine clean patch scene. I like to use that with a splitted neck humbucker. It also sounds very nice with a little bit of reverb, but usually I'm careful with reverb in a live situation, because usually you're playing in an environment which is already creating well, reverb, natural reverb from reflections of the walls or the floor or something. So I tend to turn the reverb off in my live presets. Yeah, that's my clean tone, and as you can see here, I don't use an amp block, I don't use a cap block, just compression. That you don't have usually with clean tones, especially with pristine clean tones, you have no compression, and then you have very big volume differences when you're playing harder or softer. So I tend to use a little bit of compression then with an additional pedal compressor. I have to adjust the signal here because yeah, I don't use an amp and a cap, and so then naturally you have way too much lows and highs. I cut that, and also I would like to have a sound which is more or less like a maybe like an acoustic steel string guitar, and I emulated that with this well, parametric equalizer. Here's not much happening. This is still turned on. It cannot doesn't do that much, as you can see here. And of course my U2 delay can be activated with the expression pedal. On the scene 7 and 8, it's my attempt to create a kind of a Fenderish tone. And I'm using the Band Commander amplifier, but as you can see here, I tone matched my Sweet Home Alabama tone from the Plini plugin and imported the resulting IR here. So usually I'm playing in with a 5-way switch in the 4th position here. Sweet Home Alabama, I don't have it with this guitar, but anyway, you can experiment with that. So this is yeah, the sound I'm using for songs like Sweet Home Alabama, or something where you need maybe a little bit of a Fender style clean edge of breakup tone. Also I'm using the compression here, and on the scene 8 I'm using basically the same tone match, I think. Oh, it's a little bit different. Maybe it's like in the scene 5 and 4 with the drive block, but the delay is activated, so it's more or less a kind of a lead tone. Yeah. And well, that is basically my live patch. Usually I'm using another expression pedal in some situations to raise the gain a little bit, but in this patch I didn't include it, I think, or here I included it, yeah. So the external one is an expression pedal which I'm using usually to raise the gain, and in this case the distortion here in the drive block. Yeah, of course you have to set up your expression pedals we want to use in the same way like I do. One for the delay, switching from this block to this, and one for the distortion. But of course you can disconnect it or, well, use it in another way. Another thing, I use a tap pedal for the tempo, global tempo, which is then controlling here the delays, delay tempo. And in some other patches I'm using here the tremolo. That is kind of a very mellow tremolo effect, but in some situations also I'm activating the tremolo with another with another push pedal for some rhythmic effects, like on this block A. So yeah, you can check out these channels of the other blocks I didn't explain now, but I don't use these things in the this patch, so yeah, I think maybe it's not the case that I used every channel of these blocks. So I hope this helps you to yeah, understand the patch. As I said, it's available on the Exchange, and make sure that in each scene the corresponding IR is activated here. I think if you put them in another user slot, then you have to adjust that. But yeah, this patch sounds kick-ass. Through my floor monitors, I have these Headrush and also the RCF 310s. I have some other floor monitors, and I made well, quite good results from playing live with these sounds. So yeah, hopefully you will enjoy them. Please post your comments below, and yeah, that's it for me. See you soon. Bye.